Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Listen, recorded video, a little XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. We're going to get into some stuff. Market is doing what the market does. We'll go over those numbers. I don't know. I know. I don't know. We get this announcement from Ripple and RChex, and something is live on the XRPL. That was the words. Live on XRPL. That was the word. Tokenized fund of some sort. And somewhere between that, after that, before that, I don't know. There was a halt to the XRPL. Don't know what it's for. Don't know why. It's probably a reasonable explanation. But in the end, if this thing is live, some RChex thing is live, maybe DeFi Llama needs some time to catch up. I don't know. We can check the active transactions or volumes somewhere. I looked on DeFi Llama. Wasn't any change at all from, I don't know how long ago, months and months and months ago. So exciting. I'll cover that as well. SWE's getting ready to hook up with Babylon for staking on SWE. Interesting stuff as well. So I'm going to get into it. I think it's worthy enough to cover this news coming from Ripple with this tokenized fund hopping on the XRPL. Biggest thing for me today, the biggest entertaining thing for me today, the fun thing was listening to Crypto Eddie's video where she shared Howard Lutnick from Cantor. I don't know if you publicly say things about Tether. When you're Cantor Fitzgerald or you got 3 massively successful companies, you don't need to say anything about Tether. You have 3 massively successful businesses, Mr. Lutnick. And so what I'm thinking is, why bring up Tether? Why say it? Why all that? I think, do you risk your reputation? They know the scuttlebutt. They know the rumors. They know this and that. He's a smart guy, Mr. Lutnick. My sense of it, he's not mentioning and or associating. He's not going to do it if it's not above board, if it's not what it's supposed to be. That's kind of how I see it. He has too much to lose with his 3 companies to do some public stuff with Tether. That's just how I see it. I don't think you risk stuff like that. So in any case, it was interesting to hear that little 3-minute clip from Mr. Lutnick on Crypto Eddie's video. Let's get into the market. Bitcoin's below 95,000. The market is doing what the market does. I think that's awesome. I'm gonna snatch some BTC up today. It's below 95, might as well. Then I'll add to the FLR and the SGB bag as well. All right, fam. So this is your XRP Ripple daily news. And around 0 to 10 minutes, according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is down 2.7% and is at 3.41 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is about 58% or so, no, 55%. Bitcoin is trading at $94,466 again. And on the 30-day, Bitcoin is up 41%. Ethereum is trading at $3,437, and on the 30-day, it's up 39%. Solana is trading at $237, down a little bit. On the 30-day, Solana is up might as well say 38%. XRP, the beloved, good night. Killing the game. Is currently at $1.94, just trading at $1.44. And on the 30-day, it's up 180%. With the the cash flow, Bitcoin flows thing is happening, in my opinion. Retail is on the spot. They're on the scene. They're looking, they're hitting the scene, going on Coinbase app, the Robinhood app, wherever, and they're just kind of looking at stuff. The flow is always going to be the flow. It's going to go dirty, nasty fiat to Bitcoin, from Bitcoin to large caps. like we say on the channel all the time, people are going to hop on CoinMarketCap or whatever, and they're going to see Bitcoin at this price and Ethereum at that price. No, I'm good. Bitcoin at that price. No. Solana, hundreds of dollars. No. BNB, hundreds of dollars. No. XRP. Remember, this was just under a dollar. You know, it was just at 55 cents. You know, that's what they see Doge. They don't even know what it is. They're always going to think that, you know, kind of like the unit price or the price first. So it will be the large caps, and then it'll be the mid caps, and then it'll be the low caps. You know, it's kind of how it is, kind of how it goes. So it is great to see XRP up 180% in the last 30 days. That's awesome. Awesome to see. And in XLM, I mean, what's going on? It's up 434% in the last 30 days. That's cool. Which means it was down, you know, the 10 cents, 11 cents, 9 cents at one point. And, you know, there are people who understand how this stuff works, had dirty, nasty fiat on the side for a minute, snatched up XLM and snatched up XRP at 9, 10, 11 cents at 20, 21, 19, 20, 21 cents. And good for them. Good for them. The beloved SOE is trading at $3.23, and on the 30-day, it's up 80% on the 30-day. And there it is, fam, right? The market is just doing. The market does. I'm going to share this little post from Monica Long. So Ripple had their little post, and Monica Long retweeted it, right? Excuse me. So Ripple said, today in partnership with Archax and I don't know, who is this? At ArbDM, we're excited to announce, says Ripple, the first tokenized money market fund on the XRP ledger. Now they're talking about projections. With 16 trillion in tokenized assets projected by 2030, this milestone unlocks cost savings and settlement efficiencies by deploying capital markets infrastructure. And then they post down here for professional investors only. That's the post for professional investors only. So Monica Long says, live on the XRP ledger, access to this whatever at 3.8 billion US dollar liquidity fund, which is called AES, tokenized through Archax. An incredible milestone for the XRPL. With Ripple custody securing Archax's assets underneath, cross collaboration at its finest. So they tokenize something on the XRPL. It says 3.8 billion fund. So it's a $3.8 billion fund on the XRPL. All right. And Ripple's custody is kind of securing the assets. My understanding is Ripple put out 5 mil is what I thought in this little thing is what I thought. So I don't know what's the deal. Archax put it out. Archax, in collaboration with Ripple, has launched the first tokenized money market fund on the ledger. This groundbreaking initiative brings tokenized assets, $3.8 billion from this company, access to this whatever, RDM, I don't know. It's $3.8 billion fund, paving the way for enhanced operational efficiencies and institutional adoption of real assets. Tokenization. So that's awesome, right? That it's launching. I think that's awesome. I don't know what the deal is with the halt, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Why did it halt? Vet was like, please don't think that it's testing. And here Vet says, folks, please stop saying that the halting today was due to big money testing the ledger or institutions preparing their move. The issue is being investigated, and once there is consensus on it, we can settle on the reasons. Very simple. So, you know, some back and forth, So there was a halt. Nodes weren't able to do the things that they need to do. So there's that. To me, I don't know. Are more people opening up XRPL wallets because of our checks? That's what are more devs building on the XRPL because of our checks? That's what I want to know. Until that happens, the 3.8 billion doesn't mean anything. I don't see how it means anything. So daily active users, new wallet addresses. I know Schwartz's plan is that Archax and Archax customers, they're going to be the ones who are going to open up new XRPL wallets and do something with XRP. So we'll see if that happens. So again, I'm just not going to speak to this whole, I don't know why it stopped, why it didn't stop. It's unfortunate that it happens the same day that, Ripple has this nice announcement. It's a step forward. They got someone to do something on the XRPL, put something on the XRPL. But again, if it doesn't amount to new daily address, new wallets, new daily active users for XRP holders, what does it really mean? So we'll see if it will amount to something. It's some progress in that they got somebody to put something on the XRPL. So there's that. We'd say Wen said all node operations I just talked to report the nodes halting or crashing and not making forward progress. It seems like the ledger has stabilized and nodes are coming back and picking up new consensus. So that is very, very, very awesome and very, very cool. So I'm going to share this real quick, not much of it, but Lutnick talking about Tether again. I don't know why I bring it up.
He is an amazing investment bank, right? He is an amazing investment bank, right? I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, but we support digital assets. We support crypto. We are the best investment bank for digital assets. We have BGC Group. It's a public company. BGC, it is the most valuable wholesale financial service company in the world. Everything in the world, commodities and securities, everywhere in the world, wholesale, government bonds, corporate bonds, oil, natural gas, you name it. If it trades somewhere in the world, we trade it. And Newmark, also public, one of the largest commercial real estate brokers in the world. When you want to build data centers, when you want to finance debt, you come to Newmark. So those are my three companies. So what brings us here today? In July of 2020, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency said that banks could custodian and clear digital assets. So before that, I didn't know anything really about digital assets, right? So now if all the banks of the world, remember, I'm the biggest wholesaler in the world, all the banks can custodian and clear, I got to learn about digital assets. I met the people who owned Tether. And let me tell you, at that time, there were all these media haters and all these haters, and they all said the same thing. They said they don't have the money and it's a Ponzi scheme. So I met Giancarlo and I basically told him the movie line. I said, show me the money. Do you have the money? And he said he had it. So they gave us complete access to due diligence and to see and prove that they had the money. Now, I would tell you, when we found the money, and we found every penny, and they had every penny, but they had it in what I would call pretty godforsaken places, right? They owned Chinese commercial paper at the time and other investments, because remember, interest rates were zero. Interest rates were zero, and they needed to try to earn yield, and that's what they did. So I told them, after we verified every penny, I told them we would onboard them to Cantor, provided when these assets matured, this commercial paper matured, they would send the money to Cantor and we would buy U.S. Treasury bills. So remember, we're the world's largest wholesaler and Cantor is a primary dealer. A primary dealer is one of 24 firms that does business directly with the Federal Reserve of the United States of America. So we are authorized by the government of the United States of America to create liquidity on U.S. Treasuries instantly, all the time, including during the pandemic, including during the 2008 crisis. The whole point of being a primary dealer is if you need liquidity on U.S. Treasuries, Big Daddy, the U.S. government, stands behind Cantor Fitzgerald and says, we are there for you. We will provide liquidity in every circumstance. So I can tell you with absolute certainty that Tether USDT has every penny and it can produce liquidity on a moment's notice because they have their U.S. Treasuries with Cantor Fitzgerald, a primary dealer who can create liquidity instantly.
So in any case, again, I'm looking at this from his perspective. And the way I would look at it is, I don't know what Tether has. I don't know what they have. I don't know what they don't have. I don't know. All I know is there seems to be a hesitancy to come to the States or whatever. I don't know. Here's what I do know. This Cantor Fitzgerald dude has stuff. He's got 3 hugely successful companies. You don't, in my opinion, you don't have to. When you don't have to put yourself in front of the bullseye, you don't. You don't do that unless you're certain that when they shoot at you, they're going to miss. That's how I see this whole thing with him and Tether. He expected maybe the people will shoot at him in reference to Tether, but they're going to miss. That's kind of how I see it. I know that the XRP entertaining content creator community loves to try to, gloom and doom Tether and all of the kind of stuff. Again, I don't know what Tether has. I don't know about an audit or a non-audit. I'm just looking at it from a business perspective. I don't see a successful, dude's, I believe is a billionaire, three successful companies. One of 24 companies allowed that is doing business with the Federal Reserve and those treasuries. 1 out of 24. I don't think you put your name, your rep, your what image, none of that. For Tether. And by the way, in this video, he goes on to throw shade at Circle and USDC. You don't do that unless you're certain. All right, fam. There it is. This wraps up the XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, and you have been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get that number down from 55% down to about 25%. And you can do your part right now by just hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby. So as you know, whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.